I've been asked to present the awards in the category of sports editors and sports writers. There are 6 honorees. Thank goodness one of them is still alive and one of them is still with us. The sports editors that we're honoring tonight: deceased Max Case from the Journal American, Ike Gellis from the New York Post, Stanley Woodward of the late Herald Tribune. In the area of sports writers, Henry Chadwick, Arthur Daly, and with us tonight, Dave Anderson of the New York Times. Now, all I can tell you is, in our business, Dave Anderson is known as the man for all seasons. Dave writes about what the people want to read about. He writes baseball, he writes hockey, he writes football. He is a Pulitzer Prize winner. He is a great golfer. He's played over close to 400 courses all over the world. And I think if you ask Dave the truth, he'll tell you that his greatest fun was back in the 50s when he played with the Brooklyn Dodgers with Bill Roeder and Roscoe McGowan and Jack Lang and a few other writers. We had more fun in those days playing all over the world. But one of the great success stories in our business, a man who started out with the Brooklyn Eagle, went to the Journal American, in an era when there were 9 papers in New York. Dave Anderson is still with us, writing 3 times a week for the New York Times. Our award winner tonight, Dave Anderson of the New York Times.
Jack, thank you very much for that great introduction about what a great golfer I am. Yes, I've played almost 400 courses. The problem is I've never played any of them well. But it's great for me to be inducted here with Arthur Daly, whom I worked with on the New York Times, and Henry Pop Chadwick, who was on the Brooklyn Eagle a few years before I was. Henry invented the box score, and if nothing else, we're indebted to him for that. But in being inducted, it surprised me that I'm in, and somebody like Frank Graham, who was a great sports writer in New York, one of the best we've ever had, has somehow been overlooked, and I hope the voters in the years to come remember Frank Graham. Mark him on your ballot, folks. I think being inducted, too, into the New York Hall of Fame means a lot more, as Don Dunphy said, if you grew up in this city. I basically grew up in Brooklyn and Bay Ridge, went to Ebbets Field, went to the Polo Grounds, went to Yankee Stadium, went to Madison Square Garden, and a few years later I found myself covering events there. And I think if I really have a claim to fame in our small world, it's that I was the last guy who covered the Brooklyn Dodgers for the Brooklyn Eagle. And in being a sports writer, though, you need a lot of love and tolerance from your family. My family, Maureen, and our children are sitting over here, and they deserve more of a hand than I do. And just one reminder, this Hall of Fame is great, but we need a hall for this fame, and as yet we don't have one, and let's try and get one as quickly as possible. Not for us, we're in it, but for everybody who can come, the kids and everybody in New York City who can come and enjoy it and appreciate what New York sports means. Thank you.